Is you okay? Is you good? Cause I want to know. And welcome to Is You Got Talent? Is you good? Cause I want to know. Behind the scenes. People want to know how I started doing videos. I was down one weekend. I didn't know what I was going to do as far as comedy or what I was going to do with my life. And I got tickets to the Tonight Show. They were free. A friend gave them to me, and I just started going. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's free. You just keep going. So I kept going every day. They shoot at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They air it at night. You know, they don't have people coming to the show at 11 o'clock at night. So anyway, I started going and I started writing. It was free, so I just started taking notes. And then somebody from the Tonight Show asked me, well, what are you writing? I'm like, oh, well, you know, there was no popcorn in the vending machines, and the show was great. The bathrooms were dirty. I wrote about anything, you know, because who cares? Time goes on, someone else asked me from the Tonight Show, well, what are you writing? Because I would just sit there at the show and I just have my little notepad. What are you writing? I'm like, well, Jay's joke was funny, but you know, this one about that, if he had set it up like this, it would have been funnier, and and you know, these are the people I met, and there was a spider in the bathroom, you know, anything. I was just writing whatever was happening. So time goes by, and then someone asked me again from the Tonight Show, well, what are you writing? Why don't you put it in a blog? And I was like, I don't even know what a blog is. So I found out what a blog is. It's just like a diary. You just write whatever. So I just started writing down my notes, typing down my notes in a blog. Whatever, okay, whatever. So then people started knowing, like, oh my gosh, you know, you still here. I heard about this girl that's going to the Tonight Show. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Then I got an interview, and I was on the front page of the Daily News about going to the Tonight Show. My friend did this for me, put it in this, and you see the Tonight Show, me. I don't know if you saw that, but can you see that? So anyway, that's great, that's cool, and it was going great. And one day my mom came to visit. I'm like, well, you know, we're going to the Tonight Show. You got to sit there all day. You meet a lot of people, and I was interviewing them. Then I started taking videos of me interviewing them. Okay, so that's where it evolved from writing in a notebook to a blog to videotaping. Okay. All right, all about Jay Leno on the Tonight Show. My mom comes one day and she jumps on the stage with Jay Leno, and I'm like, she jumps on the stage and asks the man to give me a job because I keep going to the Tonight Show. She don't do nothing but go to the Tonight Show, so I'm gonna need you to give her a job. And he's like, what? Well, I can't just give somebody a job because they keep, you know, showing up to the Tonight Show. Anyway, that same week, my mom's coming to the Tonight Show, whatever, I get this tap on the shoulder from these people in these suits, you know, to step into the green room. And I was like, what? I get to go to the green, what? Okay, you know, because this has been 2 years of me going to the Tonight Show. I'm like, what? Okay, so maybe it was a, you know, it was a great thing my mom jumped on the stage. I don't even know. I'm like, what? Okay, so they said, you're no longer allowed to come to the Tonight Show. And I was like, huh? What? Did I hear that correctly? And it's like, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I guess I don't know if I guess they thought we were really crazy people. Like, okay. So they're like, you cannot step foot on this property. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I had to tell my mom, you know, like, yeah, I'm not allowed to come back. She's like, what? Oh, baby, blah, 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 blah. Well, you can do other things, blah, blah, blah. No. We ain't gonna never watch the Tonight Show, blah, 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 blah. Forget Jay Leno, blah, blah. You know, I'm like, yeah, forget Jay Leno, blah, 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 blah. But I was really not mad at Jay Leno. I'm just trying to figure out what happened, you know, like what? But whatever. Mom goes back to Florida. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, right? Meanwhile, her prayer circle is like, you're like, we ain't gonna watch Jay Leno, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so my friend asked me, he's like, you know what, I'm going to this audition to be the voiceover for the Tonight Show. Can you pray for me? Now, he didn't know I had been kicked out. I didn't tell anybody, you know, because this is what I've been doing for 2 years straight. Every day I'm on the radio, you know, newspaper. This is what I do. Now, and I couldn't tell him why I wasn't going. It was just like, they kicked me out. That's it. I don't have a good reason. So I didn't tell him. And I'm like, okay, so we prayed about it over the phone. And he went to the audition. And I'm like, they know him because he's been in my blogs. He's been on my videos. He's very eccentric. He's got dolls and mannequins. You know, there's no way they didn't know that he knew me. And I'm thinking, oh man, this guy's not gonna get this job because of me. So I was like, Lord, please, please, if he don't get a job, don't let him know it's because of me, you know? Anyway, so time goes on, and I've been here in LA, and I've been doing my videos, blah blah blah, and it's been great. And then I run into, you know, it's a small circle. People know each other. And someone said, oh yeah, the Tonight Show. Yeah, you used to go to the Tonight Show. Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know, Jay Leno thinks you're funny. And I'm like, you must be talking about from like way back when I used to go, like, you know. He was like, no, it wasn't that long ago. I was, you know, he said you was funny. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, you know, a fellow writer person. And I'm like, whatever, you know. Then it came up again somewhere else. Like, Jay Leno said you was funny. And I was like, okay. Now why, I'm thinking to myself, why would Jay Leno say that I'm funny and he kicked me out? I can't even go to the show. I can't even sit in the audience. I can't go to the show. And then I thought about it. I can't sit in the audience. The only way I can go to the Tonight Show is if I'm a guest. And so I'm like, what? You know, I'm thinking about when my mom jumped on the stage. He was really nice to her. But then I got kicked off. So I'm thinking, if I had continued to go to the Tonight Show, I would have never started doing videos by myself. Nobody would ever known that I was a comic or anything. I kept talking only about the people who go to the line at the Tonight Show. I would have never done my push-up bra. I would have never done Is That Your Breath or TikTok or none of these videos that got over millions of hits. I would have never done that. I would still just been going to the Tonight Show because I didn't know that I could be that good or that decent or that people would watch me. I say that because you don't ever know how things are working out. You just do what you're supposed to do. You just go with the flow, and I don't know, everybody's heard these same little speeches over and over again. You keep going, you believe it, you achieve it. But it is true, and you don't know who's looking out for the very person you think hates you. Could be the very one that's like, look, okay, show me what you can do. I need to know what you can do. So, my very first day at the Tonight Show, I was so excited. I guess Jay Leno saw it because I was like, ah! He's like, you want to take a picture? And I came on the stage and I took a picture. And then I stayed for 2 years like a crazy person until finally he said, you can't come no more. You just can't be here no more. So I thank you, Jay Leno. And one day I hope to be good enough or do something that's great enough that I can be your guest for real. But if not, I just want to thank you because I would have never been a YouTuber. I would have never done any videos. So that's that. This video is for those people who really want to make it, who just keep going it regardless of what happened, because sometimes you don't really know what's going on. And when you turn on your TV and you watch the Tonight Show, you listen to that voice and say, it's Tonight Show with Jay Leno, because that's my friend. He got the job, and I'm so happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Over and out. That's my mom. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Leno. Thank you. That's me when I was, that's my blog that I keep only because I started it. You know, I just post videos there. And that's me when I jumped on the stage. I jumped out of my shoes. I don't even have shoes on in that picture. I know it's not clear, but anyway, that's it over here. Over and out. Thank you. And here's GloZell.